Brother? Oh, where are we now? Dear!
The invitation was yours.
I would have signed it, but it was important you come here for your own reasons.
Then you're not an illusion.
Here in the flesh, old friend.
What do you want?
I know what you're wrestling with, Spartan. I understand it better than you realize. The shame. The doubt. The question I could find no answer for until I came here. Lifetimes ago. Stepped through that door.
What is in there?
I'm not here to spoil that for you. Only to help you prepare.
Why?
Because I can. Because for us, fighting occupies the body, while our minds work out the rest. Because you're not ready. Yet.
Show me.
It's been over a year since the release of the God of War Valhalla DLC. Before that, I had already completed 2 full playthroughs of the main game, each time deliberately refining my combat strategy and overall approach. The Valhalla DLC elevated the experience even further, pushing me to rethink and evolve how I play. Here's what God of War Valhalla has taught me. My playstyle started to work against me in certain aspects of the gameplay. Crowd control became a much more critical skill in the DLC, especially with combat zones now confined to tighter spaces. This is partly due to poor camera views, a topic I'll dive into in a future video. To survive Valhalla, I had to rethink how I approach enemy encounters. As you may know, each cycle presents you with random selection of perks, each offering advantages that boost stats, health, rage, infantry, melee, and runic attacks. Because of this ever-changing system, I've often been pushed to use elements from the main game that I previously overlooked, like different armor sets, runic attacks, relics, and enchantments now introduced in Valhalla as perks. Like many players, I have my go-to setup, a favorite armor set, preferred runic attacks, relics, and enchantments, and shields. But in this system, I was forced to adapt my playstyle with the perks available during that cycle. That meant experimenting with melee attacks from the skill tree that I rarely use, and actively engaging in combat techniques such as last-minute dodge, precise parries, or triggering rage to capitalize on perks tied to those actions. Like many casual gamers I've seen on social media, I relied heavily on runic and relic attacks, especially in tough situations, when my health was low or I was swarmed by enemies both on and off screen. These abilities were my go-to lifeline. Over time, I've developed a strong preference for specific runic and relic attacks. However, Valhalla changes the game by removing the option to choose runics. You're forced to select one random runic attack from a chest or a rift during each cycle. If your playstyle depends on having a specific set of runic attacks for each weapon, Valhalla can make your gameplay experience particularly challenging. Relics are acquired progressively throughout the game, but their usage is limited by a set number of charges unless you have a specific perk that provides recharges. Each relic has a charge limit, typically ranging from 1 to 7 usage. For example, if your favorite runic only has 1 charge, you can only use it just once, unless you have a perk that grants it free or additional recharges. We all have our favorite shield. Some of us are drawn to the design, others prefer the way it feels in gameplay. Then there's a small group who choose their shield for technical reasons. Like armor, shield attachments do not offer any gameplay advantages, just purely cosmetic. While it's entirely possible to complete Valhalla with your favorite shield, the game rewards you for experimenting with all of them. These rewards can then be used at the tablet of reflection and the tablet of influence for permanent upgrades. Understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each shield can significantly impact your overall gameplay experience. Valhalla does not just explore the aftermath of Ragnarok. It places you, the player, right in the middle of Kratos' internal struggles as he wrestles with various requests. Throughout the game, we witness Kratos evolve, and many popular gaming channels have broken down this journey in great detail. However, there's one evolution that has been overlooked. Yours. That's right, you, the God of War fan watching this video, and of course, me. The true purpose of Valhalla isn't just to wrap up the story. It is to push us out of our comfort zones, with randomized perks, runics, relics during each cycle. For me, it made me try out new runic attacks, shields, and enchantments I have never considered before in the main game. Over time, I've learned to take advantage of any armor set, shield, or attachment, no matter my playstyle. In addition, my gameplay have evolved in terms of how I manage crowds and utilize rage proactively in combat, not just to get out of stun damage. Also, I have been exploring the technical side of combat by mixing barehanded combat with Kratos weapons to execute melee attacks and runic cancels with various runics of all weapons. Another thing I implemented was turning off my HUD on my game, if you haven't noticed. This was something I discovered by a content creator on YouTube called ABG Spartan. Initially, I was opposed to turning off my HUD, but I realized I spent a lot of time fixated on the health bars of enemy encounters and Kratos. Therefore, my gameplay changed based out of fear of dying, rather than focus on combat by being consistent in parry and dodging. So for me, turning off my HUD forced me to focus on just combat and not worry about my health or how long I need to go before I can take down Magni, a Berserker, or Tyr. So now I ask you, how has your gameplay evolved since completing Valhalla? Did you end up trying new armor sets, shields, attachments, or enchantments you have previously ignored? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how your journey has changed.